We all want to do more, but often we don't have the necessary tools and habits to get more done. Hello everyone, my name is Orn and welcome to the channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you 4 must-read productivity books and why you need to read them. The order that I suggest these books is the order that I recommend you read them in order to become more productive. The first book, which I believe to be the foundation of productivity, is Deep Work by Newport. Understanding the difference between deep and shallow work is often the difference between creating value and not. In the book, the author explains how we must focus our time on prioritizing periods of deep work. For a student, this will be periods of intense studying. For a writer, this is extended periods of writing. For a content creator, this is extended periods of planning, creating, editing, and scheduling content. This is why I believe this principle to be so important, because if you don't understand the difference between deep and shallow work, you don't know what to prioritize. Understanding the difference between these two, deep and shallow work, is therefore imperative if you want to become more productive. The second book is Indistrictable by Nir Eyal. One of the reasons why we struggle to be productive isn't because of our desire, but rather now we have devices that are constantly distracting us from what we are trying to achieve. This book gives us the tools in order to become indistractable and take back control of our time. Emails, phone notifications, and noisy work environments all contribute to a distracted work environment. Becoming indistractable is about having the awareness of what these devices can do to you. And it's not just the devices themselves, but your own attention span and how you must be able to be aware of the things that distract you, whether they be internal or external. The third book is Make Time by Knapp and Zeratsky. Once you've prioritized periods of deep work and you've become less distracted, then it's important to actually do the work. And this is where this book helps. It includes 87 tactics to become more productive and maximize your time. It overlaps many of the concepts discussed in the previous book, but is more practical. The USP is the idea of a daily highlight. A highlight being a single piece of work of value that, if done, will make your day productive. Once you've decided this highlight daily or for the week in advance, you can become more focused on what matters. One of the issues with productivity is this idea of toxic productivity, that we overload our schedules or to-do lists and then we become overwhelmed and we don't get that much done. I like this principle because it makes us focus on one singular thing that we need to get done daily, which takes off the weight of burden. The fourth and last book is Getting Things Done by David Allen. This is by far the most practical book in this set and is very granular with its approach of getting things done. Its approach, known as the GTD method, is about maximizing your personal workflow for productivity. It's a more holistic approach to productivity rather than just working hard with no direction or purpose. The GTD method is more about reflecting and engaging with your system than the previous books. Some like to make to-do lists on paper, others like to make them on the calendar, whether they be on Notion or Google Calendar like I do. You just need to find what works for you. This simply means personalize your system, generalize its application. What matters more is that your system works for you. Trial and test to see what works for you. Adapt, revise, revisit over time, and make sure that you are making incremental changes to your productivity workflow. That's it. Those are my 4 productivity books that have made me more productive. If you found this video helpful, then please do like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Before you go, I just want to let you know that every month I send out a monthly newsletter that includes book reviews, book recommendations, and author insights from my weekly podcasts with authors. The newsletter is totally free and the link is in the description below. It would mean the world to me if you did subscribe.